What is going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be breaking down 2024 in regards to the real estate industry, mortgage rates, and ultimately as us as photographers, how we can expect to get more business, more leads, because there's going to be more real estate transactions. Why am I able to say this? Because of this presentation from my amazing friends over at My City Mortgage and Novus Mortgage that we'll get into a little bit. But we're going to be getting a lot more business, guys. It is not all frowny faces and gloom in 2024. It's actually going to be quite the opposite. So there's going to be a lot of opportunity. Let's get into this presentation. I want to show you the meat and potatoes of it. So let's get started. But I need to give a huge shout out to my lender, my personal lender, Kyle Kelly with My City Mortgage, and his boss with Novus Home Mortgage, Eric Egenhofer, who actually created and presented to me and a lot of other people at this event last Wednesday, this past Wednesday, the 13th, right? So really what I want to do, I want to just get into it. So guys, we obviously know that the real estate market right now is, it's very interesting because we can see that rates are high, but prices are still continuing to, I don't want to say they're still getting a little higher, but they're somewhat idling. But not for long, because prices are going to continue to skyrocket as rates go down. And as you guys can see here, the income needed to afford typical homes hits new high in 2023. So this is the crazy thing. 40%, a little over 40% of one's income is needed to spend on monthly housing costs, which how crazy is that? It's close to 50%, guys. Where if you go into earlier years, like 2012, 2013, it was roughly only a fourth. So we're approaching 50% very, very, very quickly, right? You guys can see here the home sales and months of remaining inventory. The inventory is just not there. It's not what it used to be. It's a shame because there's a lot of transactions to be had, but there's just no houses. And why would someone sell in this market when it's just not that advantageous? I mean, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to say, well, Sean, coming in 2024, I should be able to sell because I'm going to get more bang for my buck. And that should be true. That really is true. But at the same time, you also have to think that there's going to be a lot more competition, which is going to drive the price, honestly, even higher. So it's a very interesting thing. Let's move on. So why have interest rates been moving around so much the last few years? What will happen to interest rates if we have a recession? When are rates going to be coming down? So what causes rates to move? Inflation, expectations, consumer price index, unemployment, all this stuff. Here are the mortgage rates. Very interesting because in 2009, it was 6 to 4.8. And then we got very blessed in 2020, 2021, where rates they were pretty much giving money away for free. What else do I want to show you guys? So this is the 1-year average mortgage rate. So it has gone up. It has gone to 8% and then swiftly back down to 7%. Currently, we're actually sitting technically under 7%. It's roughly 6.9, but it's technically under 7. And if you guys want this entire presentation, I can definitely send this to you. So let's go into the mortgage market changes coming soon. There's a new credit score model that's going to improve qualifications and scoring. The loan limit for Fannie Mae is actually going to be a little over $750,000. And they're actually allowing you to put 5% down for multifamily, which, hand raised, I am going to be taking advantage of this into 2023, okay? Or 2024, rather. DC is well aware of the housing and inventory shortages and working on ideas to open up and really help builders, incentivize first-time home buyers, etc. So these are all good things. These are very, very good things, all right? So where do we really go from here? Is the market going to get better? Is the Fed finally done raising rates? The thing that you guys need to realize about the market is it's not based on the current rates of the Fed, which it outlines in this presentation. It's based on, if we go back here, the mortgage-backed bonds, which would make sense, right? You need to understand that a lot of the things in 2008 aren't the same now, right? In 2008, it was a completely different ballgame. So the fact that people are talking about a recession, there's not going to be a recession, point blank. There is not going to be a recession. Everything is pointing to it not being that way, right? So the inventory is going to increase into 2024 as time goes on. One of the biggest things is rates are going to continue to plummet. The Fed actually went out and said they are going to cut rates at least 4 times into 2024. So rates will continue to go down. Now, let's talk about the debt. Unfortunately, as you can see here, the debt has never been higher. The worst it's been is World War II, but the pandemic really kicked it back up, okay? If you go to the actual balance sheet, this is what it looks like with the Fed. The Fed bought a lot of mortgages back then because they were very stable, right? So the Fed actually bought a lot of houses, a lot of single-family homes, and I mean, for my money, it's a good buy, but this is their current balance sheet, for better or for worse. There's always a tug of war between them and the bond market, which we'll go into in a little bit. So ultimately, this is the probable rates that we will see in regards to the futures. So you have these right here, and these are the predictions. Am I saying this is going to be 100% correct? No, but this is what it could be, and everything is pointing down to it being lower, which is nice because mortgage rates are going to decrease, and but prices are going to come up. So this is ultimately what rates will most likely be. You have the MBA here, then you have Fannie Mae. They are saying that rates will continue to decrease. You have Fannie Mae having a slightly less optimistic view that they're going to decrease, where you have the MBA where they are considering, hey, at the end of 2024, we could be mid sixes. By the end of 2025, they could be 5.5%. Okay. Now, is this going to happen? Sure. But Fannie Mae could also be correct and rates could not move that much, but they are pointing down. They're technically under 6 already. If I do current mortgage rates, so if you go here, if I go to, and this would be for me, right? But roughly on average, it's less than 7, which I said. So things are dipping down sooner than what was anticipated, but does that mean it's going to continue? No, not necessarily. I will tell you, I have mortgages that are 6.6%, and I'm trying to get these, I'm not like I have any control, but I would want these to get down to the 5.6s, the 5, so I'm able to refinance at least a point. That's my game plan. So let's finish up here. Home sales are only forecasted to increase. They're only forecasted to increase. So what are we going to anticipate for 2024? Let's finish up here. Mortgage rates are going to drift lower with less volatility than we saw in years previous. Drama, fear, and panic is going to continue to surround the realtor commissions and lawsuits. That's going to be a bunch of nonsense. Don't listen to that. Just listen to this PowerPoint and don't go into the hogwash of the people suing each other left and right. Inventory is going to slowly start to return, slowly, like I said. Cost of obtaining a mortgage will decrease, which is nice. Second homes and investment properties will remain difficult to finance due to lack of demand from the FHFA and Wall Street. So again, investment properties will remain to be difficult, but that's always been the case. And then we will continue to see loan officers and real estate agents leave the business, which is totally fine. They're not producing anyway. They think it's such an easy business to get into, so let them leave. So there's more commissions for us all, right? So like I said, I wanted to give a big shout out to Kyle Kelly, my personal realtor with My City Mortgage and Novus Home Mortgage, Eric Egenhofer. He was able to explain this a lot better than I was. I know I just did a quick little overview, but guys, if you want this PA market update for Pennsylvania, and really just this tackles honestly the whole economy, hit me up. I'd be happy to send it to you. Very, very interesting stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.